Hey y'all, we are going to open a LynB Designs package tonight. This one is super exciting. It is their Just Surreal collection, which is a 6-piece magnetic collection. It comes out on February 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern, so I'm super excited to get into this one and show off all these wonderful magnetics. Hello Laura, welcome. I know I'm a couple minutes late. I've been running crazy all day, so apologies for that. I'm going to send this to our broadcasting group here on Instagram. If you're not part of that group and you want to be, just let me know. I post in there on the days that we're going to be doing a live, and I feel like it gets a little bit more of a reach, and you actually get your notifications instead of Instagram saying, hey, someone's live. Hello, Jen. Hello, Christine's Pictures. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, this is a LynB Designs live tonight. I have in here her Just Surreal collection, which is a 6-piece magnetics collection. It comes out February 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern. If you are part of the LynB Loves Facebook group, sometimes she puts her things live a little bit early, and she posts in the Facebook group when they are live, so you get that heads up. So if you're not part of the Facebook group yet, I would definitely go join it. It's LynB Loves on Facebook. Hello, Monica. I had intended to do this live last night, but if you were in my live on... Y'all don't even know what date it is anymore. I think it was Sunday. If you're in my live on Sunday, I have a bit of a cold, and I still have it. And yesterday, I sounded like there was a frog in my throat. Like, it was so deep. I'm still not 100%. I'm not perfect, but it's better today than it was yesterday. Hi, Bia Lemon. Is that your handle? I love that. Bianca. Hello, Bianca. Hello, Miss Laura. Yeah, so I sound better than I did yesterday. Yesterday was pretty rough, so I decided to not do this live yesterday and rest a little bit longer. And then today, I was catching up on swatches and planning to do this, and I almost didn't get this done. Unfortunately, our Jeep is in the shop again, and the issue is quite large, and we're making the decision on fixing it or trading it in. So we actually went to look at a couple things today. Another Jeep, we're still sticking in the Jeep family. So I was actually like test driving, and I was like, ooh, I gotta go. So then we popped in the house as quick as I can. Kevin actually got a package out of the mailbox, and I threw my tea in the microwave. I've been drinking a lot of tea with a lot of lemon and honey lately. Hello, Tiana. So it was just scrambled to get on here, but yes, sadly, it may be time to say goodbye to our Jeep, which we love. And we bought brand new right after we got married. We put lots of miles on it, and we've gone on lots of adventures. So I don't know. It seems kind of sad, but it's also we're in the position where we've put money into it. Hi, Jess. And we're just kind of at this point, is it better one way or other? So I don't know. I think we're going to test drive some more stuff tomorrow and just see what we have readily available to us as far as used goes. I have no problem buying new. We bought this Jeep new, but we're kind of, Anyways, let's get into polishes, because that's what y'all are here for. You're not here to hear me ramble about vehicles and well, okay, maybe some of you are. And I love those of you who are here to hear me ramble, because y'all know I do it a lot, so I appreciate you don't mind it. But I do know the majority of y'all are here to watch nail polish. So this was sent to me by LynB Designs to show off to y'all. Get that out of the way for YouTube purposes. Speaking of YouTube, you can watch my replays here or over on YouTube. YouTube is a little more user-friendly for playbacks. Leave me a comment if you watch here or there in the replay. I love responding to your comments. I respond to every one of them. Sometimes not, instantly. Sometimes it takes me 8 hours, especially if I'm sleeping. But I do respond to every comment. So let's get into this. I do have an info sheet because I printed it offline. Interested to know what I drove today. So we have a 2018 Jeep Wrangler Sport, and we love it. It's been great. Waffles, are you okay? Sorry, he just does reverse sneezes sometimes, but okay. Anyways, so we definitely want to stick with our Jeep. We love our Jeep. The problems that this Jeep is having is not a Jeep thing. It's just natural causes, you drive it, we drive it hard, and it's just been one thing led to another kind of thing. So we drove more Jeeps. We test drove a used 2025, it was a Willie, which is a step up from the Wrangler Sport. It only had 7,000 miles on it because it was a I don't know, a lease, that's what it was called. So to get a new one used, but not so used. Anyways, really liked it. Bright green, loved it. Hello, Maria. And then we test drove a 22 Rubicon that is also a hybrid e-vehicle, which we kind of like that, and our house already has an e-vehicle plug. So we test drove that. That one, it got a little wobbly on the highway, which if you've ever had a Jeep, Jeeps are notorious for death wobble, and I just got a little bit scared of it. Otherwise, it ran nice. That one was souped up, so it had a really good speaker system. It had a heating steering wheel, y'all, which if you're anywhere that it's cold, I have never experienced a heating steering wheel, and now I'm like, I want a heating steering wheel, and heated seats, and like, it was nice. And then we also test drove a 2025, I think it was another Willy, but it had the one-touch roof system, which is like a giant sunroof. Instead of taking the roof off, you just push a button, which was really convenient. So that one's kind of got me wanting that too. But just as Jeeps are fantastic vehicles, I had a Rubicon for years. Yes, I like the Rubicons. They're a little bit more bells and whistles than what we really need as daily drivers, and we don't off-road that much. But I would definitely consider a Rubicon used. We also looked at a Sahara that was really like souped up and nice, but it had like big tires and all that stuff. It was a 2022 or 20, no, it was a 21. So I don't know. We're not totally, we're kind of at the stage of let's look and see what we have available to us if we want to purchase new before we make the decision to get a different car. Like we still haven't totally decided if we're going to fix our Jeep or if we're going to replace it yet. So today was kind of a test drive of like, let's see if we like other things out there, if there are things available for the price we want and all that stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. We do have my car, which drives just fine, and it can get us by until we make a decision too, but eventually we have to be adults to make a decision. Hello, Frida. Hello, Crystal. Laura said, I could not live out my heated steering wheel and seats. Yeah, we're fine. We park in a garage, so it doesn't really matter for us. As far as that, I do have heated seats in my car, which I do love, but the heating steering wheel, everyone talks about them, and I've never had one, and I was like, okay, this is really nice. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it would be nice. Oh, also the Rubicon and the Willy that we drove, the new ones, well, the new Willy, those both had remote start, which would be really nice too, but again, not a necessity for me. Justin, my advice, don't do a hybrid. If you want electric, get electric. Hybrid is just two separate systems that can mess up. That's a good point. I will say, because our local driving, on a daily basis, we drive into town, which is about 10 miles and 10 miles home. So we would mostly be an e-vehicle at those times, but then we would go gas for when we're driving to the shop or elsewise. But that is a good point to have two systems to mess up instead of one. So I wouldn't have thought about that. Thank you, Jess. Crystal, what's for dinner? Okay. To these polishes, because I know, again, that's what we're here for. It's what we're here for. This is the Just Surreal collection. It launches February 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern. It is 6 magnetic polishes, so we're going to show off 6 magnetics tonight. I'm going to see how much I can talk before we fully lose the voice today, because it's going to go. First up, we have Juxtapose, and it looks like it's I want to say it's like a gunmetal, but I feel like it's got purple vibes. Ooh, okay. Do you see the flash of purple there? So we kind of look like we're silver gray base and then just a little hint of purple. I'm going to put the magnet on it. Ooh, okay. She got real sultry, didn't it? Okay. So I feel like we're a gray base and then it's got this lavender-esque magnetic polish to it. Look how strong that line is though. Oop, I hate when it does that. Yes. Okay. That's really, really pretty. It's kind of like stormy vibes. Very cool. I cannot tell what that base is. I'll read official descriptions when we get there. Let's see. Turkey burger night, as Crystal says. Monica, stop. It's turkey burgers. Turker burgers. It's turkey burgers there too. Also, y'all, when my LynB stuff comes in, she sends me like PPU and HHC and this collection and that collection, like things come in together. So then I do have to go through and open the box. I only open them upside down to see the label and find out what it is. And then I separate them by like due dates and stuff. I don't look at them. I still don't look at them. But that is why the boxes are already open. Cause I'm like, I did it once. I'm not gonna close them to open them again for y'all. You just know that I've opened them. We'll get the boxes out of the way. So, but that's why the boxes are all already open. Laura, I didn't know I needed it till I got a car that has it now. I'll never go back. Yeah, I totally get it. Spaghetti and corn for Tiana. Tacos for Jen. Hello, LJ Natural Nails. Can't go wrong with talking. You can't. All that sounds so good. We are trying to figure out what we're doing tonight. This next polish, by the way, is Did she? Oh man, y'all, she loves to do things I can't pronounce. Pastiche is what I'm going to say. It could be pastiche. I don't know. We'll look at it closer when we flip it around. It is a really, really pretty purple though. It's coming up more blue. I'm gonna put this magnet down so it doesn't grab anything. Okay, I feel like that color there is closer to what it actually is. I feel like here it's darker. But it is like a light purple base. It's got a reflective glitter in it. Definitely like pink reflectives. And then, ooh, we're a silver magnetic. Yes, okay. That is so pretty. It's so glowy. And then it's got that silvery magnetic pull. And then it does have reflective glitters in here. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing for dinner because our HelloFresh, we knew it wouldn't come yesterday due to the storm. And then they even told us that it would be a day late. Or it didn't come Monday because of weather, which we knew. And they were like, it'll be a day late. And then it never got delivered yesterday. And then today we have no updates. So I don't think we're getting HelloFresh this week. So, and last night we had like eggs and pancakes and sausage patty for breakfast for dinner. And we did that the night before too. Cause like we had to figure out something Monday and I was like, oh, let's do that. And the last time I was like, let's just do that again. It's easy. So now I don't know what we're doing for dinner tonight. We have to figure that out. Tiana says tomorrow night is pork ribs and mashed potatoes. Ooh, that sounds really good too. You know how some apps stay open, Instagram always closes. Oh, that's annoying. Did I miss something else? Random question, y'all. Is there a way to keep the live going when I need to respond to a text? No, you cannot, unless you have an iPad. If you have an iPad, a newer iPad now where you can like dual window, you can do it on there, but you can't do it. That's one of the things that drives me nuts about lives because I work on my phone. Like I physically do work with my phone. So like Latanya will go live and I'm like, ooh, I want to watch her. But then I'm like taking photos to list on eBay and I can't, like, I feel like it's annoying to pop in and out constantly. So then I miss a lot of lives because I do work on my phone. But if you have an iPad, you can watch lives on your iPad and dual window it. It is annoying that you can't do that too. I don't think, yeah, it's annoying. Okay. Again, this one is so pretty. I feel like I showed you with the reflective, but now my brain says I didn't. So we're going to do it again. Okay. Magnetized. It has this beautiful purple bluey base, a silver magnetic, and then it's got pink. It looks like pink or purple reflective glitters. It's beautiful. Again, this one is called Pastiche. I don't know. It's what I'm going with. I don't know. And now that I've set juxtaposed down, it looks green. I don't know. I'm not sure what color that polish is yet. So I'm not being rude, y'all. I'm here. You're fine. You do whatever you need to do, Monica. I get it. But I feel like I'm rude. Also, Instagram will tell you when people pops in, but they don't tell you when people leave. But then sometimes it doesn't tell you someone popped back in, and sometimes it tells you 30 times. I never know. And I just feel like if I'm in LT's live and I just keep in, out, like I don't want to be frustrating. So that's why I don't. Of course, I have other phones I should grab. A lot of the times it's just like, I'm lazy. I'm in the basement. I'm like, okay, I could go get my iPad. Although I hate Instagram lives on my iPad because I have a keyboard attached and I can't do emojis as my keyboard. So like I'm up and down. Anyways, for me, I just think it's frustrating and I wish Instagram would fix it because you can do that on Facebook. Like, why can't I do it here? Foxy says that's gorgeous. It is really, really pretty, y'all. I'm excited to flip the camera and get that one swatched because it's going to be gorgeous. Hello, Rebecca. Ooh, okay, so we are definitely green here, y'all. This one is unquestionably green. This is a magnetic and a glow in the dark. It has just a little bit of pigment settle because, y'all, LynB, I've said this before, she is on it. She is so organized. These polishes got to me. Okay, they're not in the original envelope. I think these ones probably come in a box even. Her stuff gets to me like 2 months in advance. Like we're going to say a minimum of 6 weeks in advance. So it sits there. So things do settle a little bit. So if we ever have glitter settle or whatever. So I saw just a little bit of cloudiness right here. And I was like, ooh, is that glow in the dark pigment? And it definitely is. So this is going to be a glow in the dark too, which means someone has to remind me at the end to show it glowing in the dark. So I don't forget that. But we are definitely a beautiful, like mossy green base. And then it has like a purple shimmer-esque to it, which I wonder if that's our magnetic pigment. No. Okay, the magnetic pigment is the green. Ooh, y'all look at this. Okay, this is Mardi Gras in a bottle. We have this beautiful purple shimmer base. And then green magnet, excuse you. I thought it was a dog for a second. Kevin just did a big old belch down the hall. TMI, y'all. Sorry, that's how we roll here. Oh, this green is so good. And Jen says glow. Yes, it's going to glow. I don't know what color it's going to glow. What are you called? You are rendering. I should probably tell you all that too. And it says aqua glow in the dark. Okay. I'm very excited. Crystal says it's pretty. Yes, it is. Also, y'all, I lost a peely. it's cold here, and I knew we'd be out on dealership lots and stuff, so I put on fur-lined leggings under my jeans, and getting those on off is a pain in the butt, and I definitely popped a peely pulling them up. So, hello, Heather. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to write these down, but I do have the polishes right next to me. So, my right hand tonight is Glam Polishes, Like Dead Stars in a Dark Sky. And then my left hand, minus a peely, is Glam Polishes Love After My Love. Gosh, y'all, I cannot. Look After My Heart. I left it with you. Both of these come out Friday on Glam Polishes site. So I will put that in the description too. But I totally forgot to write that. I pre-prepped everything knowing we might cut it close when we got home. But I forgot to do that part. So, okay. Frida says, ooh, that's pretty. Isn't it? That glow? Y'all, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very excited to swatch all of these. The next one we have is Iconography. Oh, man, y'all. I'm going to need phonetic spellings. I'm going to start needing phonetic spellings. This is a really pretty, this is very like different than the rest of the collection. We have these like kind of bold metallics, and then we have this beautiful bronzy shimmer. Like it's so shifty. It's like multi-chrome. It's got a gold to orange to pink shift in there, maybe green at extreme angles. It does have some hollow flakes. I can see that. Let's see what happens with our magnet. Ooh, hello. Okay, so we see more of that pinky green base, and then the orange is really the magnet. There we go. And then it does have hollow. I think you can see those hollow flakes already, but oh, I turned off the flashlight. Wow. She's a genius. Okay, here it is with flash. So you can see the hollow a little bit in there. There's that shift. And then you can see that orange golden magnetic line. Very pretty. That was really interesting. Frida, well, at least it was a belch, not the other end. That would be my husband if he did live. I just happened to hear him. And like, normally I swear y'all, he won't even turn the TV on sometimes when I'm on lives. And I was like, it's fine. You're down the hall. I just happened to hear him, and I thought it was the dog originally. And it was like, for a dog, y'all, you don't know my dogs. I've got Chugs, so they're half Chihuahua, half Pug. One looks like a Pug, one looks like a Chihuahua. And for a Pug to make that noise, I was like, that was a big belch for him, but then it wasn't him. So are you sure Tammy didn't name these? I know everyone's so, although LynB comes up with some really clever stuff too. I do struggle. I think the very first live I did for her, I messaged immediately. I was like, I'm so sorry if I butchered the names. I don't know how to pronounce them. She's like, I don't know how to say them either. So it worked out. Crystal said, LL Frida. Yeah, these are so hard to say. Okay, this one's easy. I know this one. It's Grotesque. And it is another magnetic. Again, all 6 of these polishes are magnetic. So we're gonna do 6 magnetic swatches at the same time tonight, y'all. This is gonna be interesting. This is really cool. This makes me think of those neutrally bases, like, you know, when they're kind of a brownie, almost sepia tone, and then it's got a like blue green. It's another multi-chrome kind of shift. I feel like we're pink to green to blue. I think you can see all 3 of those colors. And I feel like we're going to be like a taupey, pinky base. It's interesting for sure. I'm curious what this magnetic pool is going to look like. Oh, wow. Okay, look at how deep that base got. And then, of course, the darn mix and ball got up in there. So it looks like that shift is really in the magnetic. So we have the blue and the green for sure. I'm going to grab the flashlight. I just feel like it might help show this a little bit better. Yeah, I feel like we're a pinky sepia neutral base. I don't know how to explain it. We'll definitely see it when we pull it out of the bottle, obviously, when we swatch it. But this one's intriguing. It's very much like a question mark to me. I can't get, and putting it under the arch light, it looks like very bluey pinky. Oh, I can't get a full vibe on that one. Jen says all the cogs. Yes, Tammy's names for all those cogs, or either they're confusing or they're really, really long. Like I'm like typing them and I'm like, oh, copy and paste that. I'm not typing again. Let's see, Bailman. I looked up your name earlier and I've already forgotten, and I apologize. My ADD. Bianca. I'm gonna try really hard to remember that. I'm also probably going to say it 500 times tonight to help me remember it. But Bianca says, I need this one. Isn't it so unique? I swear, like, the color changed as soon as I put it on the arch light. So the back camera is going to show this way better with the better lighting and all that. Y'all know that this setup is not what I want at the moment. But it does okay. But backup camera is going to show that backup camera. like I'm in a car. The back camera, when we flip around, is going to show that way better. Speaking of backup cameras, y'all, the Rubicon we drove had a front camera. Not like a dash cam, like in the grill, front camera. You have a rear camera for backing up, and it had a front camera too. I don't know if that's like a climbing thing or what, but I was like, why do we need this? I don't need this. It was very weird. Jen said, I mean, you're going to need all the cogs for the magnetics. Oh, I got you, all the cogs. I thought you meant, yeah. I do have 3 cogs already over here. Like I said, I pre-prepped things so that way if I cut it close, I was ready to go when I got here. And y'all, when I say it was crazy when I got here, we pulled into the house at 2 to 6, and I had to pee when we left the dealer, but I was like, I ain't got time for this. So we drove straight home. I ran into the bathroom. I threw my tea in the microwave to heat up, and I yelled to Kevin that it was in there and he was going to bring it to me when it was done. Then I went to go pee, and I knew I had to get those tights off. I was not going to be able to sit here for an hour and a half with those tights on. So I literally ripped my jeans off, my tights off, as I was going to the bathroom, and then I ran in the bathroom and I threw on comfy pants and I jumped in here, y'all. Like it was this whole like thing of whipping clothes off, and yeah, it was craziness. But I didn't want to be late here, and I pre-prepped. My background's done. My little sticky note was done. I got all my cogs out. Like I was ready. So if we were like cutting it close, I could sit down and turn on the camera. And that's what I did. And I was still 2 minutes late. So sorry guys, I had to pee. Jess is laughing at my backup camera. See, I got too many things on my brain. This one is Caricature. And it is a gorgeous blue aqua with, I think, some purple at the angle. I feel like, again, we can see those colors. Feels like we have a purple to blue to aqua here. It's another like multi-chrome-esque. Laura says, my car has front, back, and side mirror cameras. It shows me an aerial view of me. It's awesome. That's a lot. That's a lot of cameras. I'm still getting used to having a backup camera, and we got that on the Jeep when we bought it 8 years ago. So it's still weird to me to have a backup camera. I'm still that person who doesn't trust it, and I turn around and look out my window because people walk all the way behind you. It don't matter if you're halfway out. They just doesn't matter. Okay, let's put our magnet on here. Ooh, okay. So it looks like we get more of that aqua base, and then it's got the blue purple magnetic line in there, and of course the damn balls. Always the balls, y'all. Always with the balls. Okay, I'm gonna put the flash on here because I feel like, okay, that just really shows the shimmer. It doesn't show the magnetic line as much. So hopefully the back camera shows this better. But it is very pretty, and it is very shifty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. They're all super pretty, and the fact that they're all magnetics. Always the balls. It's always the balls, Jen. Y'all, I've been drinking so much tea. I have a cold, but I don't really have like a cough. I don't have congestion. I know that like my voice sounds off, like I am congested, but it's literally just the throat. I'm not stuffy. I'm not sneezy. I'm not dopey or doc. I'm not really having any other issues. And I only cough for a little bit when I first go to sleep at night, which I think is like a slight drainage drip maybe, which is again with that sensitive throat. So I think it's really mostly sore throat. I've not had fever, headache, or anything like that. And I'm a little bit low energy. Like things make me tired. Stairs are the worst right now. But otherwise, like I'm okay. I just sound absolutely awful. And my throat has been sore. It feels better today. It sounds better today. But I have been drinking so much tea with all of the lemon or all of the honey in it. Like so much tea. Jess, y'all just got to learn to contain the balls. They start acting right once you do. I mean, maybe I should double magnetic. I don't know. They say you shouldn't double them up, but, okay. I'm going to flip you guys around. Again, everything I'm showing tonight is just one collection. It's the Just Surreal collection. It's a 6-piece magnetic collection. They all come out February 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern on LynB's site. They are $13 each or $78 for the full set. And if you use code SURREAL for the release weekend, so February 6th through the 10th, you can get half off. So I have all that written down for you. When I flip you around, you can read, you can screenshot our little info sheet. Anyways, we're going to do that. Let's flip you around. All right, flipping around, scooching you down, and zooming you in a little bit. All right, so here is tonight's info sheet. It has everything I just told you on there again. Excuse me. If anybody wants to screenshot that, I'm also going to grab all the polishes and put them on the screen so you can see all 6 of them together. Maybe. Boom. All right. Also, remember that LynB's website is LynB Designs Store. I always forget the store part. And I think once I typed it in .shop, and that is definitely not it. So remember that her website is slightly different. And I always link the website in my posts on here and on Facebook. You can always access it through lots of other places too, but I just wanted to mention that really quick too. Hello, Danny. Welcome in. So yes, these are the 6 I'm going to show off tonight. They are all magnetics. So I'm very, very excited to get into that. I'm going to do them in order of the paperwork I have because y'all know it's just easier on my ADD to go down a list. I am going to use my Glamour gear here. Oh, that was louder than intended. To do our polishes. I'm going to do 3 swatches on this side and on this side to do our bars. And then you'll see 2 velvets on camera because it's the only thing I can fit. And then we're going to do the other 4 velvets off camera in the other gears just to be able to do all 6 at one time. That just, you know, makes it a little bit easier. So going to set up here. I do like to, personally, I use a little sticky stamper here just to hold my stamping thing, my swatch stick in place. So that is what those are if you see me placing those. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit more so you can see that magnetic better. Can I get those off camera? Boom. Okay. So yes, we are going to do 6 of these. I'm going to do 3 up top, 3 down bottom, 2 velvets on camera, and 4 velvets just off screen because there's just not enough room to fit all these gears on here. But if you're new here, this is how we do it. If you're not, then you know exactly what's going on. With all that being said, we're going to go into our first one, which is caricature. Which that one I know how to say. So like, you know, those little drawings that you can get done at like Six Flags and festivals and stuff. It's a caricature. And this one, y'all, oh, it's so shifty. This one is a stormy berry purple base with green to blue shifting shimmer and indigo magnetic pull. So I'm going to grab our magnet, which I stuck back to my desk. Boom. Just going to grab our magnet so you can see that line. Of course, you know that it doesn't always cooperate in the bottle because that air bubble. Okay, it was there for like half a second. I just really want you guys to see the indigo line. There you go. Okay, if I leave the magnet right here next to it, I think you can see it. It's definitely not as like contrasting as we've seen, but it's there. It's really pretty. I love this like greeny shimmer we get behind it. All right, let's see what it does on the swatch stick. We are going to use a clear swatch stick as we always do. We are going to do a bar magnet and a velvet swatch so you can see it in both ways. Keep in mind that the clear swatch stick does have an effect on opacity. Let me turn on my air purifier. All right. First swatch here. Hello, Argonaut. Did I say that right? I probably didn't. I apologize. Do we have a government name? Angela. Welcome in, Angela. All right, y'all. Here goes our first coat of LynB Designs Caricature. I will show it to you unmagnetized as well. We always do that. So really quick unmagnetized. Very shifty, very pretty. I actually have another Glamour gear that's off camera. And y'all, I feel like it's... Ah! Oh boy, mistakes have been made. This is why we don't play with magnets. Welcome to my lives. They are full of chaos. Okay, put that back. Put that back. All right. If this is not the most beautiful, crispest line ever when we pull it up, that was my fault, and it will be perfect on the second coat for sure. I was trying to show you that its color was similar to my other Glamour gear, and I was glad that I didn't use that Glamour gear, and yeah, mistakes were made, but we learn. I can't say I'll never do it again because I probably will, but we'll try not to. All right, so I'm going to leave that one here on its bar magnet, let it do its thing. Again, my hand stuck in it, y'all. It's on my finger. I don't know if I can even show you. It's on my finger, my thing. I made a mess of that one. So second coat is definitely going to pull that one better. Don't judge it on the first coat, y'all, please. Although, honestly, we shouldn't judge polishes on the first coat anyways because they almost never look their best on first coats. So again, here it is, unmagnetized. I'm a big believer in not magnetizing a polish just because it's magnetic. You can do whatever you want with it. I just realized I didn't set up my little risers on the side. There we go. Perfect. So that one's going to sit down there in the velvet zone. And while our first coat of caricature sits, we're going to go into our first coat of grotesque. Again, I'm loving the names. Love that it's pretty unmagnetized too. Yes, isn't it? It's so gorgeous. Yeah, you don't have to magnetize a magnetic polish just because it says it's magnetic. So Grotesque is our next one. This is the one that I'm not sure what color this base is going to be. It's very interesting, super glowy. It's a rusty bruise base with green to teal to purple magnetic pull. All right, now y'all know that base colors stick in my head, like our hot dog base that we had in the last live, and I went and got hot dog. I'm not going to go get a bruise on purpose for this. If I have a bruise, which I bruise very easily. I'm always like, ooh, where'd that bruise come from? If I have a bruise, I may or may not take pictures of this with a bruise, y'all. Just FYI. But we're not going to purposely go get a bruise this time. It's not as easy as going to get a hot dog. All right, here it is with that magnet, y'all. It's so pretty. This just like, I don't know, it feels like otherworldly almost. Definitely intrigued to see this one on our swatch wheel. Ooh, in velvet. Oh, okay. All right, let's get it on a stick because I'm very, very excited for this one. Again, this one is Grotesque. Although it's definitely not grotesque. It's gorgeous. Are you a fur? Are you dog hair? Okay, you're just some sort of scratch on the stick. I don't want to set myself up for failure here. I've already stuck the glamour gears together, y'all. We're already off to a crazy start. All right, here it is, unmagnetized, very pretty, very shimmery. And then we're going to pop it down in the bar magnet zone there. You can see that line already pulling. And we're going to do a second one for our velvet. Get my little riser put up over here so it's ready. All right, going in with a second swatch to velvet. Again, unmagnetized really quick. It's very pretty. Definitely not opaque on the first coat, but I didn't expect that one to be. So that's our first coat of Grotesque. And because we do have space to do all 6 at once, I am going to go through and do all 6. And then we'll go through and do second coats, just like we would if they weren't magnetics. I know a lot of times I'll do magnetics first, but they're all magnetics. So this is what we're doing, y'all. Follow along. If you do not have time to stick around, you can always watch the replay, or if you don't feel like sticking around, that is totally fine. And the replay will be posted here and on YouTube. YouTube will be a little bit later. This one will post instantly, and then YouTube I have to download and upload, and it takes me 20 to 30 minutes or a little longer if we go get food. But I think we're going to eat at home. I don't know. Anyways, next one is Juxtapose, which is this one. And again, I couldn't figure out this base. I said it was purpley, y'all, and then when I set it down, it looked green. And maybe it's both. I'm not entirely sure. Its official description is grayed out dimensional magnetic with large particle green magnetic pull and fine particle navy blue magnetic pull. So this is going to have double color. She's really is quite talented. Are we talking about me, or are we talking about LynB? Because y'all, her polishes are stunning. Okay, I'm not sure how well it's going to show in the bottle with both of those. So it says it has a grayed out dimensional magnetic with large particle green magnetic pull, fine particle navy magnetic pull. So it does have a gray base, and then it says a navy and a green pull. I see the green pull, but I feel like it's a purple. Well, both. Thanks, Jess. I feel like it's more purple tone, but maybe it'll be different out of the bottle. It's very unique. I don't know why my brain keeps wanting to say sour grapes. Hello, Salopes. I don't know why, but like the greeny with the little purple there, my brain just wants to say sour grapes. That's not even a thing, but that's just, I don't know. It's what's in my head, y'all. All right, let's see it on the swatch stick. Maybe that'll have a difference on color here. Oop, I bumped you. I'm so sorry. There's not a lot of room to work here, y'all. If you could see my desk and my setup, you would understand the bumping. All right, so unmagnetized, it is gorgeous. It's so shimmery. I love that green shimmer. And then we're going to pop it down here. Ooh, look at how strong that line already went on there. Okay, very excited to see that one pulled up. And then we're going to do a second one for velvet. And this velvet's going to sit off camera on another cog since we don't have enough room to do velvet more than twice on camera here. All right, here it is again, really quickly unmagnetized. Very pretty. That one also, because it's so much shimmer, feels pretty opaque in the swatch or on the first layer of it. So we'll definitely show that too, but it feels pretty opaque on that first coat. Next up, we're going into the really one I cannot say. I tried to say this earlier. Iconography. I'm going with iconography. I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure it could be said smoother and all one word, but that's what I'm going with. This one is a magnetic base with copper pull filled with pink to orange shifting shimmer and added hollow flakies. So we clearly have that pink to green, or pink to orange there. And I feel like it goes green at extreme angles. But let's see, can we get it in the bottle? Yes. Ooh, look at that glow, y'all. It wants to like stick with the magnet. So I'm trying to keep the magnet near it, but not in the way. Ooh, look how that got there in the air bubble, y'all. So pretty. All right, and then it does have the hollow flakes, which you can already see, but we'll grab the flashlight too to really show off the sparkles there. Super cool. Definitely excited again to see this one out of the bottle because I feel like I'm seeing a little bit more like pinky purple in there, but it's so shifty and it's hard to tell with the like the glass and the air bubble and all that. So let's see what it truly is like. Sorry, y'all. All right. There is the first coat, unmagnetized. Y'all, I swear I know words. I know some English. All right, we're going to set that one down there in the bar zone. Oh, goodness. So sorry, y'all. Welcome in, CP Left. Oh, man, I'm going to butcher that. Do we have a government name? Okay, well, you're not popping up in my viewing, so I'm not sure what your government name is, but if you want to let me know what I should call you, please let me know. Let's do a second one of the iconography, or however we say it, so we can put it in a velvet magnet as well. Y'all, you know how some polishes have that distinct pigment smell? This one has it, just so you know. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so here it is unmagnetized. I'm going to put it over in the magnetic zone. It has like, I call it skunky. I've heard someone say sulfur before, but it just has that like different smell. It's not a nail polish smell. It's strictly pigment. But it has that smell. Next one we're going in is to pistache. I don't know, y'all. It's not pistachio. I know that, but otherwise, I don't know how we say this one. It's really pretty. This one, oh, y'all, she put a phonetic spelling on here. It says pastiche. Pastiche is what it says. Look at that. Ah. Okay, that made me happy. I'm not going to lie. It's the little things, though. All right, this one is a violet base with blue to indigo shifting shimmer, silver magnetic pull, and a magenta reflective glitter. So this one, y'all, was already a stunner. I was very excited to see this on the back camera, and it is pulling that color way, like, more correct. Like, that is the color it is in real life. And then it has that beautiful silver magnetic pull. And then you can already see the pink reflective glitters. But if I grab that flash, we can see those even more. They just sparkle and shine. And that glow is even more intense. Frida says, I think you're saying it right. Yes, the phonetic spelling on my info sheet, which I so appreciate, and I will have to message Jenna Lynn after this and be like, thank you. It says pastiche. All right, let's get it on our swatch wheel. This is super pretty. Or swatch stick, I guess. We're not doing wheels tonight. Only sticks. All sticks, y'all. All of the sticks tonight. All right. Here is our first coat. Ooh, okay. This is so pretty on its own, y'all. Like, I'm getting, like, early 2000 metallic vibes here. Okay, it's gorgeous. Unmagnetized. And then let's set her down. Boom. Maybe. Stay. Can you stay? Okay. Okay. That is gorgeous. You can see that silver line instantly. Also, I don't know when it fully happened, but it's an official live. We have polish all over my finger. Frida says this one is beautiful. It really, really is. And like, it's so good, not magnetized, but then that silver line just, It just screams on there. It's so pretty. Let's do a second one to velvetize. Or velvet. I don't know what the right words are. I always just say velvetized. Okay, here is our second one unmagnetized really quick. And then I'll pop it over off camera into the velvet zone. Not the danger zone, just the velvet zone. Okay, that is the first coat of Pastiche. And then we have one more. Laura says, it gives me Lizzie McGuire what dreams are made of. Yes, it's like her concert outfit. Yes, I get it. I 100% see that. All right, so last but not least, we have Rendering. This one is a forest green base with pink to orange microflake shimmer and green magnetic pull. And it's an aqua glow in the dark. And you can see that pink to green shimmer, no questions. Then we're going to have that green magnetic pull. And then this one is also our glow in the dark. Ooh, look at how that shimmer, it really pops. And then it's got that green light. Y'all, this one, I am obsessed with this color. This very much gives me Mardi Gras vibes. Or Barney. We talked about Barney with another purple green polish recently, but this one is Barney colors. This is exactly his colors. But I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm very excited to see this one out. And the fact that this is a glow in the dark, y'all, she always gets me with the glow in the dark. Now, you can see there is a little bit of glow pigment that has settled because I got these over 6 weeks ago, at least. When that happens, I personally like to just take my magnet and get a hold of one of those mixing balls, which, there we go, I can feel it. And then I just give it a little bit of a mix up there. You can see the ball just moving a little bit. And it just helps get that pigment in. Glow-in-the-dark pigment is naturally heavier than other pigments, so it wants to sink to the bottle. So personally, I like to give my glow-in-the-darks just a little bit of a mix up here. If you want to see, actually, I can show that. If you have any glow-in-the-darks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm going to show it right here. This is a glow-in-the-dark polish. Like, it is just a glow-in-the-dark polish. And you can see that separation. Like it naturally happens. And just by grabbing your mixing ball the way I did it, it can help mix it up into the top. So they're just naturally heavier. And for me personally, I expect glow in the darks to settle like that. So I don't have any problems just grabbing my magnet and stir it. You also could use a vortex mixer. You can shake the crap out of it, whatever you want to do. For me personally, I just like to use the magnet mixing ball method. Hello, Melissa. We are showing off LynB's new Just Surreal collection, which launches on February 6th. So it is 6 magnetics. We are just getting into our first coats. This is the first coat of Rendering here, and then we're going to do second coats. So as soon as my brain finds the swatch sticks, got them where they have been all night. We're going to do our first coat here of Rendering. I am very excited to see this glow in the dark. So please yell at me, y'all, if I try to get off without showing you a glow in the dark, because you know my brain will forget to do that. All right, here it is, unmagnetized. I love this. I love this color tone. Like, it's so fun. Okay, let's set it down. Maybe on the bar magnet here. Hello. I feel like I should have just shared the stamper with this one. Yep, there we go. That's better. That's better. Look at that line. Look at that line. Oh, okay. I cannot wait to do second coats of these because they're all so good already. But that second coat is just going to make it so much deeper, and that line is going to just define. So excited. Okay, let's do a second coat of Rendering here, or a second swatch of it so it can go into the velvet. All right. Again, really quickly unmagnetized. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to put it off camera again into one of my glamour gears so it can velvet while we do other things. All right, so that was our first coats of Rendering. Let's go back and look at first coats and apply second coats. So we're starting off again with Caricature, which was our Stormy Berry Purple base with green to blue shifting shimmer and indigo magnetic pull. And its first coat is here in a bar magnet. Now, this is the one, y'all, that I stuck my hand in and I dropped the second gear on. So we're not judging the first coat of this one too hard. You can see the line is right here, just right there. You can see it. I 100% blame this first coat being wonky on me, y'all. Like, you can see where it's missing polish in the middle because I totally hit it. But it's very pretty. It's very shimmery. Opacity wise, it's not bad in one coat, but we definitely need a second coat. It's very pretty. And it does make me think of my other glamour gear, which was the whole point of me showing you. And then I knocked it over and I made a mess. But that's what happens here, right? All right, here's the velvet in one coat. Which again, I feel like velvets really come through on the second coats anyway. So don't expect a lot from this first coat. It is there. You can see the shimmer all like stacked up there. But it's not as defined as it's going to be on our second coat. So let's go ahead and do that second coat. Again, this one is Caricature, which I have sideways, sorry. Ooh, okay, let's do our second coats for our bar magnet here. Yes, I can already tell that opacity is so much better on the second coat. Here it is unmagnetized. Super shifty. And we're going to put that one down in there. Boom. You can see that line so much better just right there in it. So again, we're ignoring the first coat. I messed up the first coat, but it's going to be better on the second anyways. Here we go with our second coat for the velvet swatch. All right, again, unmagnetized really quickly. It's so pretty. This whole collection is stunning unmagnetized, so definitely don't let the magnetic part of it scare you off. If you're not a big magnetic fan, if you don't have the time, you don't have the patience, you don't have to do it. So don't let that be the only reason you're avoiding these. Hello, Becky. Welcome, welcome. All right, y'all, so that is our second coat of Caricature. We will go back and look at it dried and do label shots once we finish our circle of polishes here. Next up, we're going to go and look into Grotesque's first coat. So remember, Grotesque was a rusty bruise base with green to teal to purple magnetic pull. So here it is in one coat. It definitely needs a second coat. It is quite thin on that first coat. But I get the rusty base now. And then you can see that green, I'm sorry, not green, that purple magnetic pull there. It's got a green, purpley vibe to me. It's just a stronger shimmer to it. Green. No, it does have green. Y'all, I'm reading lines here. Rusty bruise base with green to teal to purple magnetic pull. Okay, I'm like, I swear I see a green, but if Gentleman says it's not green, it's not green, but it is green. It is a green to teal to purple magnetic pull. So, and you can see that purple kind of at the extreme angle. I think we're going to see it more in the velvet, but it definitely is more green aqua there. It's very unique. Again, definitely needs a second coat. So we will do that. Let's look at our first coat velvet here, which I don't expect a ton from. Yeah, I mean, it does have all that magnetic centered there like it should, but I think we're just going to see such a better contrast on colors from the magnetized to the non-magnetized of it on our second coats. But you can see that purple better at the edge of it. It really is like at the extreme angle. You get the green and the blue, and then it's just that purple is just right at the edge. Let's go ahead and do our second coats of it. All right, second coat for the bar magnet here first. It's such an interesting base. Like, it's super pretty and unmagnetized. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so unique. And it has this, like, I don't know, antique, almost patina vibe to it. So that's it unmagnetized. Let's pop it down here in the bar magnet. You can see that line already. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. All right, second coat. Yeah, it just has such a vintage like vibe, but it's also very soft. Okay, here it is. Again, two coats unmagnetized. And then we're going to pop this down in the velvet area and let it do its thing. So that was second coats of Grotesque. Let's go into Juxtapose. This one is our grayed out dimensional magnetic with large particle green magnetic pull and fine particle navy blue magnetic pull. So first coat here with the bar magnet. So it definitely has that grayed out base. And then it says it has a green magnetic pull and a fine particle navy blue magnetic pull. And I do see both colors. I definitely see the green pretty quickly. And then she says navy blue. My brain sees purple, but maybe that's just one of those color things. The second coat is going to really define those colors, but I do see both colors in it. Definitely needs a second coat. It's not horrible in the first coat, but it does need a second coat for sure. And then our velvet one is over off camera. And that would be this one right here. So here is our first coat in velvet, which I see way more. Like this one definitely had more of a velvet effect on that first coat than the others. Jen says I see purple as well. Yeah, so maybe it's one of those things that, like, you know, I see a deep purple and she sees a navy. We're going to say navy. That's what Jenna says, and that's her description. So I totally see it. But yeah, I feel like it's almost, maybe it's blurple. Can we call it blurple? Can we go with that vibe? But you can see all of that magnetic pigment there in the front. I can't wait to see this one, and it's 2 coats with velvet because it's going to be stunning. So let's go ahead and just do this one because it's in my hand. Let's do our second coat. Again, this is Juxtapose. If I can open it, we're going to do the second coat of the velvet first, just because it's literally what's still in my hand, and then we'll do the second coat of it for the bar magnet. All right, so here it is, unmagnetized. So pretty, so shimmery. I definitely feel the opacity is there on the second coat. And then let me grab the bar magnet to do the second coat of it. I hope everyone is staying warm. I think the snow is done with everyone at the moment, so hopefully you're all getting through. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. You didn't lose power. If you did, I'm so sorry. I was really afraid we would. Here it is again, unmagnetized. That was like my biggest concern, was if we lost power, but we got very lucky and did not, and I am super grateful for that. All right, y'all, this just instant crisp, instant line, so pretty. Jen says yes, blurple. Okay, we're agreeing on blurple. Again, the official description is navy though, y'all. We're going with navy. So that was our second coats of Juxtapose. Next, we're going into the one I really can't say. I'm going with Iconography. I don't know, y'all. This one is our magnetic base with copper pull, filled with pink to orange shifting shimmer and added hollow flaky. So we have that gorgeous, gorgeous copper pull on this one. First coats. I'm not painting on the second coat. I almost did. That's what I started to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm knocking stuff around. Making a mess. Oh boy. Okay. Welcome to my lives, y'all. Jen says we're expecting a nor'easter this weekend. Oh man. Well, I am so sorry. I hope that it's not too bad and you guys stay nice and warm and toasty and you don't lose any power. But Jen, I know you love the snow, even though you're allergic to the cold. So, I mean, at least you like the snow. All right, here is our first coat of Iconography with a bar magnet. You can really see that orange coppery line. As far as opacity goes, it's not bad in one. You do want a second, but it's not horrible in one. Again, we are on the clear swatch sticks, which has an effect on the opacity. Now, this one has the hollow in it, so I am going to grab the flash and show that off. Jen says, don't be sorry, I love the snow and big storms. See? Then you're all good. Then I'm excited for you, Jen. Yay! And also because it's hitting you and not us. I don't want any more snow done. Y'all, I'm done with the snow. I'm done with it. The dogs are done with it. Kevin's done with it. We both shoveled the driveway to get the Jeep out. He went to the shop on Monday, Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is anymore, y'all. I don't know. He went to the shop and I helped shovel, but because of my throat and a little bit of low energy, we got the Jeep out. We did half the driveway, and then he came home and did the other half in case we needed my car because the Jeep acted up on his way home. Here it is in its first coat, velvet, y'all, which I was literally just about to paint, so I'm glad I stopped myself. But yeah, we're done with this now. We're done. So here it is, velvet. Again, this one really does show it better, velvet, on that first coat, which I was surprised. Hello, Nerida. Welcome in. We are showing off LynB Designs' new Just Surreal magnetic collection, which launches February 6th. This one right here is our first coat of Iconography. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. It's velvet. It's gorgeous. Again, let me grab the flash so you can see. Woo! So sorry, y'all. See, I hit stuff, I knocked stuff off. I'm a mess. Okay. Here it is with the flash like I was trying to do. So sorry, y'all. As you can see, the hollow sparkles. It's just a hint of flakes. It's not overwhelmed with them, but there are those little hollow speckles throughout. And of course you can see that magnetic shimmer even more. Very pretty. Waffles is like, what is you doing here? You're making so much noise. All right, let's do our second coats. Laura said, I'm so thankful we haven't gotten all the snow. I'm absolutely ready for this frigid cold to go away though. Yeah, dude, I am done with the cold. I'm done with it being cold outside, with the cold in my throat. Like I want spring. We can have spring now, right? Can it be spring? All right, here it is on our second coat, unmagnetized. Oh, it's so shifty, y'all. It's very, very multi-chrome when unmagnetized. Let me get it down there in our magnet zone, not sticking this one to it. Ooh, again, look at that instant line, y'all. It's so good. Jen says, I love the mess, to be honest. It's entertainment for sure. Well, I am glad that I'm entertaining you because, y'all, again, I'm a mess here. I am. But this is me. This is not like for the lives. I don't turn anything up, y'all. I'm just ADD, OCD, anxiety. I got the alphabet here, and this is how my life is. I walk into walls on the daily basis. I wake up with random bruises. I'm still not sure where they're from. Here it is. Again, unmagnetized really quick. We're going to set this one down in its velvet zone. Yeah, this is me. This is how I am. So I'm glad that you're okay with it, Jen. And Jen says, Laura agreed about the frigid temperatures. Yes, this is like the worst we've ever had. We've had really cold weather. We've had low temps, but like this has been really bad. And I'm ready for some warmth. We were 30 today though. So I'm grateful for that. And yesterday we had sunshine. I was able to take swatch photos outside in the sun and it was nice. I did manage to do Victorian varnishes. She has a new solar coming out and I was able to do that with the sun. So that was our second coats of iconography, or however we say it. Yes, I was very excited to have actual sun for solar shots. So there's that. We're getting there. But yeah, this really, really cold sucks, y'all. All right, next we're going into Pastiche. And this one is our violet base with blue to indigo shifting shimmer, silver magnetic pole, and magenta reflective glitters. So first coats here of it. And this guy here. Super pretty. This one reminds me of, I think it was something lychee that she did, but that one had more of a pink tone to it, where this is more of a purple. I feel like they could be sisters, and I love that. Speaking of sisters, Jen says, alphabet sisters. Yes, ma'am. Laura says, it's been so sunny here, which just pisses me off. It's like it's taunting me because I go out and I turn into a popsicle. Yeah, no, I agree with that. The snow here, our dogs hate the snow. Again, this is it, one coat with the bar magnet. I'm going to grab the flash. Yeah, our dogs hate the snow. They refuse to go outside in it. They literally will hold all day long until we force them to go out. So we have to like shovel a pathway. Or Maple likes to just run off the stairs and go on the patio and then come right back in. So we shovel a pathway to the grass and then a grass spot. And like, they don't venture farther than that. Waffles tried to go farther in the yard today, but everything just keeps like slightly melting because the sun and the refreezing. So it's pretty much just a giant ice field in our backyard, and he couldn't walk anywhere. He was just so like annoyed that he couldn't move. And I felt bad for him. Kevin actually did shovel a larger grass spot today because they were like, it was all used up and they were just like, there's nowhere else to go. The poor guy kept going out and like looking around and he couldn't find a new spot. So we just come in and then go back out 5 minutes later. So yeah, we made a larger spot today, but all right, here is our one coat velvet. Nirda, it's forecasted to snow again here in Maryland this weekend. 8 months pregnant and with 2 senior dogs that refuse to go outside. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nirda. I can't imagine. It's got to be miserable right now. Yeah, our dog, we have to make our dogs out. Jen says, a dog tent idea I sent you came from Nirda. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'm definitely going to look into one of those. A lot of people are like, we put a tarp down, but like we had 8 to 10 inches coming, and I feel like that would just get really heavy to move a tarp for that. And do you relay it down after they potty if it's still snowing? And then you have like a poopy, dirty, like tarp. I don't know. That feels weird to me, y'all. All right, let's do our second coats. Ooh, let me show you with the flash because this does have the reflective glitters in there. Again, this is just our first coat. Nirda says, yes, that dog tent is brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into one because it really is a great idea. Nirda says, and it's still icy outside. Yeah, we are lucky here that everything has like melted off of sidewalks and roads and such because it was a very dry snow here. So we were able to just like, I literally swept it off of my back steps. So that was nice. And we didn't have the like melting and refreezing aspect, but I'm still tired of it. Like, it's yucky, y'all. I'm done. It was pretty one day. Now it can go away and we don't need any more snow. Okay, let's do our second coat of pastiche. Is that what we're on? Yes, okay. Let's do second coats here. Y'all, I really, really do like this one unmagnetized. It's just so like metallic and glowy and shifty. And then let's put it back down and let that bar magnet do its thing. Yes, look at it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, I like this one both ways, which y'all know I love a good multitasking polish. So if I can wear this one velvet, glass bead, wine, whatever magnet I want, and on its own, yes. Which I have started doing my magnetic swatches with my pinky unmagnetized, so you will see these polishes unmagnetized in my swatches, as well as with a bar magnet and a glass bead effect. So you'll see it 3 different ways, plus shiny and matte, as I always do. Okay, again, really quick, unmagnetized. That glow is gorgeous. And then set it off camera in a velvet zone. Laura says, I had trained my Chihuahua because of winter. He goes outside in summer. Yeah, we haven't gone that far yet because I always worry if I allow pad training inside once that then it becomes a thing. And I kind of reserving that for when like they're senior and they have to have that. But you also get way more snow and way more cold than we get, Laura. So I totally get everyone's like vibes with it. That's just in my head. I feel like if I allow it once, especially Maple, like I love her, y'all, but she's lazy. So like if I allow it once, then she's just going to look at me and be like, but Mom, can I use the pad? I don't want to go out there. And we'll give in to her, or Kevin will, because Kevin gives in to everything. So I feel like if I go that route, like I don't want to go that route too early. Here we're going to go into our rendering. We're going to look at first coats and then paint on our seconds. Nearda says, I have a fresh grass patch and only my smallest Bosty uses it. My old geezer will not. Mine is on my balcony in my apartment. Yeah. See, and having to walk them is a whole different story. I totally get it if you have to go outside with them. We have a very large yard. We're on 1/3 of an acre that we paid to have fenced in, and like they got it done the day we were moving in. They were doing our fence. So we do have a very large fenced in yard. They just don't like the snow and they don't like the rain, and they will look at us and be like, and I'm like, no, you have to poop. Like, go out. It'll take you 30 seconds, go, and then come back in. So we do shovel the rain. They deal with the rain, y'all. I make them deal with the rain. Here's our first coat of rendering. Again, this one, y'all, is a forest green base with pink to orange micro flaky shimmer, green magnetic pull, and an aqua glow in the dark. So we got to remember to glow this one in the dark at the end. This is it, 1 coat with a bar magnet. Yeah, no, I literally will look at them like, dude, just go really quick. Like, run out, go potty, and come back. That's all it takes. And they will eventually do it, but they don't like it, and I get dirty looks the whole time. Here is our first coat, velvet, which is, again, you can see it there, but I really think second coats of velvet just do way more justice than the first. Laura says, that's fair. We have cats and litter boxes, so I figured it's the same thing. Actually, I did make that joke when the storm was coming. Hello, Zach. I was like, maybe we should get him a litter box. Like, and Waffles looked at me, but we used to have a cat, so like, he knows what it is, and I'm sure he would do it if he had to. I also joked about putting like an AstroTurf spot in the garage. I don't know. For now, we're just doing what we're doing. Do these have reflective glitter? So this one does not. The last one we did, though, y'all, I have a thing. Pastiche, that's this one here. That one has reflective glitter in it. This one just has a pink to orange micro flaky shimmer. And then it also has an aqua glow in the dark. So no reflective in this one. There's only one reflective, and that's this one here. All right, let's do our second coats. Again, y'all, don't let me forget that that's a glow in the dark, because you know my ADD will get to turn off this camera and it will not be time. Okay, let's do second coat of our bar magnet here. Again, this one is rendering. Zach, we are showing off LynB's new Just Surreal collection coming February 6th. It is a 6-piece magnetic collection. Here is our second coat unmagnetized. I have not fully shown second coats or ladle shots yet, so you are still in time for all that. And we're going to get this one to stay right there on that bar magnet. Again, you can see it. It's beautiful. And then we're going to do our second stick for our velvet here. Zach says, love me some magnetics. Me too. And there are 6 of them here. They're $13 each, or $78 for the full 6-piece collection. And if y'all use code SURREAL release weekend, which is the 6th through the 10th, you can get half off. I also know that she has a charity polish for everything that's going on in the world. I know this sounds bad. I don't want to, like, y'all know what's going on, but I don't want to say it because I feel like YouTube has kind of been censoring a lot of stuff, and I don't want anything to flag with it. But she has a charity polish releasing the same day, and I believe I saw that $6 of it is going to be donated for the cause. So that is in the LynB Loves group, if you guys want to read a little bit more of that already. But I wanted to mention that too, because it also released the same day. I totally just stuck my hand and got it caught in the charger, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. I am crazy. Okay, let's look at our second coats. I swear, y'all. I swear. Anybody else, I would be like, oh, they're just doing it up. But y'all, this is how I am. Okay, so this is, y'all, I wanted to say charcuterie just because of how it starts. My brain. All right, we're just going to take a second. This is caricature. We're looking at our second coats here. This one was the Stormy Berry Purple Base with green to blue shifting shimmer and indigo magnetic pull. This is it. 2 coats, bar magnet. You can see that beautiful line there. Definitely opaque in 2 coats. No questions. This is very pretty. This is another one that my brain says like blue to purple. Like I'm looking at blurple here. This is really cool. I love that contrast against that greeny aqua shimmer and then the purple magnetic. So that is our bar magnet. Let's check it out in velvet. Here is our second coat, velvet. Yes, you can see that way more on the second coat. You get all that gorgeous green and then boom, there's that purple. Again, opacity into not a problem. Waffles is done with my shit. He has just left the room. Super pretty. All right, let me give you a label shot. I do have to zoom out a little bit because there's no way I'm fitting that bottle in here. In this little area I got. All right, so this is our 2 coats of caricature. You've got your bar magnet on top and your velvet on bottom. Excuse me. Narrative says kind of looks multi-chromatic. Yes, I agree. And I feel like there's a lot of multi-chromes in this set. Our next one, speaking of multi-chrome, is Grotesque. This one was that rusty bruise base with green to teal to purple magnetic pull. And our second coat on our bar magnet here. This feels very like Phantom-ish. You know when people do like ghost hunter shows and you just see like a glow in the background? That's what it makes me feel like. I am happy with the 2 coats. You know what? I have a naked nail here. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with 2 coats on this. I do think some may prefer 3 coats, especially if you wear clear extensions or you have a strong visible nail line. For me and my shorties, I am happy with 2 coats on this. It's very glowy. Very glowy. Again, I see the purple just at the side of it. It really has more of that green teal, and then the purple is just at the far edge. So that's it. 2 coats with a bar magnet. Let's take a look at it. Velvet. Y'all, my brain, I couldn't remember where it was. And looking through the camera, it does not look the same. All right, here it is, velvet. So you really do get way more of that magnetic pigment in the front there. Again, opacity, 2 coats, I think is fine on this one because all of that shimmer glow is just right there at the forefront. Very pretty. This is super like iced out. It's just got a shimmer to it, almost frosty even. So glowy. Again, I feel like you can see that purple just at the edge there. Like you clearly have the green to aqua and then just the hint of purple at the edges. Gorgeous. Let's get a label shot. If I don't stick them together, which I probably will. All right. Here is your 2 coats of Grotesque. You've got your bar magnet at the top and your velvet at the bottom. I never know why I lay them back down. Like, it doesn't really matter, y'all. But hello, Miss Thompson. Welcome in. Okay, next we're going to take a look at Juxtapose. So sorry, y'all. This one is our grayed out dimensional magnetic with large particle green magnetic pole and fine particle navy pole. So here it is in 2 coats with the bar magnet, and you can very clearly, okay, it's hard because the opacity leaves when I move my hand. You can clearly see the purple and the green there, like both magnetics. Oh yeah, there, boom. This is really pretty. It is a grayed out base, but because of that green magnetic, the shimmer to it, it gives it like a green olivey vibe in my opinion. Definitely opaque in 2. I love the look of that magnetic. You can see both colors very easily there. Super, super pretty. Let's take a look at it velvet. I'm very excited to see that one velvetized. I believe that's this one. Yes. Okay. So here it is in 2 coats velvet. Ooh, okay. Look at the way that purple kind of glows and sits on there. Or the navy, if you will. I see purple, y'all. I know it says navy. We're calling it purple. And then that beautiful green shimmer. Y'all, I love this one. This is very much a Prugly to me, and I am into it. Velvet is stunning, of course. It has so much move to it. And the way that 2-tone magnetic pulls from each other, this is super unique. And I think glass bead's going to be stunning with this. Laura said glass bead on this is going to be amazing. Yes, jinx, Laura, isn't it? This is going to be super cool with the glass bead. I'm excited to swatch this one. Oh, okay. Let me get you a label shot because I could play with it all night. It's so distracting. Okay, here is our label shot of 2 coats Juxtapose. You've got your bar magnet on top and your velvet on bottom. Oop, I'm covering up the J. There we go. So good. This one is stunning, y'all. I try not to pick favorites, and we still have 3 more to look at, but I really like this one. It's very unique. It's not like anything I own. I'm like, it's really cool. All right, next one, we're going into iconography, or however the heck we say this one. This one was that magnetic base with copper pull filled with pink to orange shifting shimmer and added hollow flakes. So we will show this one with the flash to show the hollow off. Here it is, 2 coats with the bar magnet. This one is very like fiery. It reminds me of a stone, but I can't think of the name of the stone. Does that make sense, y'all? Like, isn't it like a tiger eye? Is that what it is? Where it's the orangey with the line? Someone in here has to know what I'm talking about. I swear I'm not super crazy. We know I'm a little crazy, but I'm not like super, super crazy, right? Again, opacity, I'm pretty happy with that in 2 coats. And that copper line is just fire against that base. It's so shifty. Yes, tiger eye. Okay, Laura knows. See. Just a little crazy, y'all. Not super crazy. All right, and again, this one does have the hollow flakies. So let's grab the flash and show those, which just makes that copper line glow even more. So lovely. They're just like little sparkly stars in there. It adds just a little extra spice to it. Very pretty. All right, let's find the velvet swatch of it. And by find, I mean, you know, grab it off camera. It exists over here, right? Yep, there it is. Okay. Here it is in 2 coats. Velvet. Yes. Okay, this softened that copper, in my opinion. It's more of like just a warm glow now, where it's such a contrast in the line. 2 very, very different polishes with these different applications. I love it. I love a versatile polish. Again, opacity, totally good in 2 coats. And look at that. Look at how shifty it is, y'all. Yes. Okay. Gorgeous. Again, let's grab the flash and show off those hollow flakies. It's just a kiss of them. Like, it's not packed with hollow flakies. They're just there. Like, they add just a little extra something to it without overpowering the magnetic. It's just a little extra spicy fun there. Laura says, love this one. It's stunning. Really is. Very glowy, very warm, which is nice for all of us freezing our butts off. Next, we're going to go into Pastiche. I swear I've said this 17,000 different ways tonight. This one is our violet base with blue to indigo shifting shimmer, silver magnetic pole, and magenta reflective glitter. So our bar magnet here in 2 coats. I love this one, y'all. I didn't hide that fact earlier. I'm not hiding it now. I love this one. Opacity wise, I think it's great in 2 coats. It's absolutely beautiful. That silver magnetic line just really pops against the base. It's so glowy. I have no doubt this is going to glow outside like nobody's business, whether we have sunshine or not. Just like daylight in this one is just going to glow. Here it is with flash, so you can see the silver, but also those reflective glitters. It's got magenta reflective glitters. So pretty. And it doesn't feel like, it doesn't look super textured. I know it's reflective and it does have some texture, but I don't know if this is going to need a glitter smoother or not. They don't feel super gritty, so I will let y'all know if I use a glitter smoother. If you do need a glitter smoother, I mean, obviously no one wants to magnetize every layer plus smoother plus top coat. So I'd recommend getting a magnet friendly top coat. There are quite a few brands out there that have them now that just kind of re-wets, so you don't have to magnetize every layer. That's going to cut down a step too. Here it is, 2 coats velvet, and again, stunning. Yes, okay, I'm obsessed with this one. I love this one. It really does make me think of lychee, like it's a sister polish to lychee. Yeah, I don't remember what the rest of lychee's name was. It was during the drinks collection. It was more of a purpley pink, and this is definitely a bluey purple, but I think they're going to pair so beautifully together. This is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I'm going to grab the flash so we can show off those magenta reflective glitters. This just sparkles and shines, y'all. I love this one. I don't pick favorites. We say that every time, but I do really like that one too. Okay. Oh, I put it down. Y'all need label shots. That's the next step here, right? Label shots. All right. And the bottle. All right. Get your butt back there. 2 coats of Pastiche. You got your bar on top, your velvet on bottom. Again, this one is a magnetic and a reflective. And then we have 1 more, plus it's a glow in the dark. So I got to remember to show the glow at the end. Okay, pop that down there. I'm going to grab a drink really quick because my throat is definitely getting super scritchy again. I'm trying to avoid clearing and coughing as much as possible. Okay, and our last but certainly not least, we have rendering. Again, this one is described as a forest green base with pink to orange micro flaky shimmer, green magnetic pull, and aqua glow in the dark. So 2 coats of the bar magnet here. Another one I definitely love. I love that green with the pinky orange in the background. Gives me very much Mardi Gras vibes, or St. Patrick's Day. I feel like you could get the greeny pinky purple there with that. Beautiful opacity. Again, I'm happy in 2 coats on this one. It is very glowy. And with it being the micro flaky shimmer, it just like sparkles even more than typical, if that makes sense. Stunning line there. And then the velvet we have right here. Yes, okay. It's so good. You get all that pink and there's just a little orange at the edge, and then bam, all the green. Yeah, another big fan. Again, opaque in 2 coats on the velvet, no questions. So shifty, so shimmery. Another one I think is going to be gorgeous with the glass bead. Love it. Okay. Again, I'll give you your label shot. And then this one is a glow in the dark. So we want to show it in the dark as soon as I find the bottle. which again, sitting in the same spot, y'all. Brain. All right, here is 2 coats of rendering. Would you stay together, please? Thank you. 2 coats rendering. You've got your bar magnet on top, your velvet on bottom. And then this one is a glow in the dark as well. So we're going to show that off. So in order to do that, I'm going to turn off some lights. Oh, I should have done that one last. Okay, let me do that one last. I'm doing the overhead. Maybe. Hello? Oh, cool. My remote's not working. That's fun. All right. 2 seconds, y'all. Sometimes a remote has to like repair if I don't use it, and I can't tell you the last time I used a remote. Okay, overhead's off. I'm sorry if I messed up anybody's robots right now. Alexa, turn off office lights. Okay. All right. So lastly, we have to turn off the arch light. I'm going to do that. I am going to keep them in front of y'all. I'm not going to charge them or anything yet. I just want to see what they do after being in my arch lights. Hello, Katie's Crazy Nails. Welcome in. This polish here happens to be a magnetic and a glow in the dark from LynB Designs. Also, y'all look at it, sparkle under just that arch light. But as I said, I'm not going to turn off the, or I'm not gonna charge it in any form yet. I just want to turn off the lights. So here goes the lights. Okay. That is just being in my office lights. There's no charge, no nothing there. I believe the left is our bar and the right is our velvet. So you can see it. It is a little bit brighter in real life to me. Here it is in the bottle. Again, all that magnetic pigment lights to sink to the bottom. That's why we mix it up. You can even see like my mixing lines in there. So it is slightly brighter in real life than on camera. And of course it's dark, so Instagram says we're not going to focus. I am going to grab out the UV little light here and give it a charge just so you can see what it is like after that as well. Boom. Now for swatch shots, I do charge with a UV flashlight for 10 seconds and then I take my shots. It's just the easiest way to get pictures indoors with a glow in the dark. But I also do like to take a video showing it going from outdoor lighting inside. So I like to post those. That usually gets posted to my stories and I tag the brands and stuff. And then I have a highlight on my page. I think it's like wild swatches because I wanted like swatches in the wild. So you can see those too. But that way you can see what it's like going from outside to inside. So, all right, I'm going to turn some lights back on. I'm going to start with my arch light. It's a little bright. I apologize. Of course, now I can't find the button. All right, boom. So that's back on. I'm going to turn on this camera light here. Alexa, turn on office lights. Okay. Okay, so that one was LynB's rendering glowing in the dark, y'all. It has a beautiful aqua glow. You could see it. And I do think it was a little bit brighter in person than it was on camera. Instagram's in-app camera kind of sucks for glow in the darks, but that is it. So here you can see all 6 bars. I guess I could try and pull these out. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to pull everything out. I'm going to give you guys the the info sheet, plus all the magnets so you can see them for your screenshots and what have you. I'm going to try and show them in the same order that I did them. All right, so there's your info sheet. Ooh, stuck that to something. All right, here's your info sheet. And then I'm going to slide in our swatches. So this one was caricature. And I'm going to do velvet and then bar. So you can see them all as is. And then we have grotesque. And juxtapose. I gotta get its velvet from over here. Y'all, that one it's so cool. I love the way that the two-tone of the magnet kind of shifted itself and separated itself. And then next we have iconography, or however we say it, because I cannot say it. That's this beauty here. And pastiche, which is our violet. And last but not least, our rendering. Can I get it squeezed in there? Everybody just slide just a little bit, please. My OCD wants those not stuck together. Okay, boom. There is your info sheet and all of our swatch sticks from tonight. So you have velvet on top, bar magnets on bottoms. Y'all, these are so, so good. If you watch the replay, let me know which one's your favorite, because there's some super unique ones here. Like super, super unique. Personally, my 3 favorites are Just a Pose. I love the contrast of it, which fits the name, Just a Pose. And then Pastiche. And, of course, Rendering. That green purple combo just really, really got me there. I think they're stunning. So this is all the info we went over tonight. The Just Surreal collection, which launches February 6th, 12 p.m. Eastern. Again, if you join the LynB Loves group on Facebook, sometimes she opens the shop a little bit earlier and she'll post in the group that it's open. So if you want to get even quicker dibs on these, not that I think they're going to sell out or anything, but definitely join the group. I guess the dog wants out. It's a 6-piece collection. They're $13 each or $78 for the full set. If you use that code SURREAL, the 6th to the 10th, so release weekend, you'll get half off. That does not apply to charity polishes and special polishes in the shop already, and some fragrances, I believe. So just throw it in your cart and see what happens, but it will, this whole collection will be part of that. Again, her website is a little bit differently. It's LynB Designs Store. And as I said, she does have a charity polish coming out to benefit, you know, everything that's happening right now. Again, I don't want this video to get flagged and silenced or not pushed to people, because I do want this to go out and everyone to see what's happening. But that charity polish, I don't even know the name of it, y'all. It's, if you go to the LynB Loves Facebook, she has information of it there. So definitely check that out. Yes. That is exactly what I said. Thank you, Bianca. So yeah, definitely check that out. I believe it's $6 from the polish that's being donated. I'm not positive on that aspect, but all the info is in the LynB Loves Facebook group. And I'm sure she'll be posting it on Instagram and all that stuff too. I just saw it on the Facebook group this morning, and I have not been on my phone since this morning. So, all right, let me flip you around for a second. Oh, scoot back. I always feel so, so close. But yeah, so that is the gorgeous, gorgeous Just Surreal collection coming from LynB. Absolutely stunning, y'all. If you love magnetics, this is a collection for you. If you're like on the fence about magnetics, as I said, you don't have to magnetize a magnetic polish. You can totally wear it as is. I know it's a little dark. I didn't turn on the overhead because, you know, I'd have to get up. And again, I told you guys I'm lazy. But yes, so if you don't know about magnetics yet, you don't have to magnetize a magnetic polish. And there are way easier types of magnets to do out there. The velvet effect is so simple. If all you need is a horseshoe magnet, which tons of brands sell them now. You can, this one's from Home Depot. You can get them at hardware stores, online. You can buy them on Amazon. Lots of places to get them now. That makes it easier. The Glamour Gear does have the velvet zone, so you can use it, stick your finger in there too. It makes it way easier if you don't want to deal with a bar magnet or any of that stuff. Velvet is very, very easy if you're new to magnetics. Also, the fact that you can buy these magnetics for half off the opening weekend. I mean, y'all, that puts them down to, what is that, $6.50 a piece? It might be worth it to try a couple at that price. I like Lynn's magnetics. I think LynB Designs magnetics, again, are very user-friendly, which is a big effect on if you like magnetics or not. I think a lot of people struggle with not super user-friendly ones, and then they kind of get put off and never do them again. I find these user-friendly. They have a lot of play time, so if you don't get your hand in the right position instantly, you have some movement, some work time. That's my feeling. I like these. I think they're all cool. I keep looking at them. Like, they keep getting my attention. They're like gems, y'all. Like, there's just so many colors, and they're so sparkly and pretty. But yeah, I hope you found one you liked. If you did, leave which one you would definitely have on your wish list in my comments, and I'll chat with you. And let's see. Miss Thompson said, thanks for showing these. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the live. I know that you came in partially through, so feel free to watch the replay here or over on YouTube. My handle is the exact same as this here. It's spelled with simple with an E. Yeah, and I'm going to let everyone go. I hope if you're in the path of this second storm coming through that you stay nice and warm and your power stays on. Fingers crossed for everyone. Yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.